Hey, it's Jasmine, the author and illustrator of Pain to Power: How Transforming Your Pain into Art Can Set You Free. So, today is an interesting day. Why is it an interesting day? Because we will be discussing my experience being in a sales job that's 100% commission based, and why I honestly believe that you should be in a 100% commission based job as well. So, I got plenty of reasons, so hear me out, okay? This is most likely going to be a long video, so get comfortable, grab a snack, eat some popcorn, and so I actually got my very first commission based job about a year ago. I can say a little over a year ago now, a year and a month or two. I was a I was a life and health insurance agent. Okay. Had to take a test and all those great things, and I passed after the third try. And onboarding, it was great. It was smooth. I actually ran into a high school friend that recruited me, and the atmosphere was amazing. And I was excited because just the opportunity for growth, I was like, yes, yes, yes. And I never thought I could ever see myself getting a commission based job. I've always been told by other people, oh man, commission based job 100%? No, no. They always tell me no, no, because it's not safe. It's not. It's a very risky job. Why? Because you don't have a weekly income or a bi weekly income that's fixed. It's all on you. That's the scariest part. It's all on you. So you decide if you're going to eat, you decide if you're going to starve. There has been times where I've starved. But in the beginning, I will say I had a lot of support. I was with that job for 9 months. I had a lot of support, which was amazing, and there was a lot of skills I needed to hone in on. I had a lot of natural skills, good people skills. You need that. That's a necessity. And I believe that a couple of the most important things that I learned from that job is the skills that I learned. Those were the most valuable assets that I was able to take away from that job. So, sure, they didn't pay me weekly or bi weekly, especially if I didn't make any sales. Well, if you made sales, you got paid every week, depending on when the sale went through. But that's a whole nother story. I'm not gonna get into that. But people skills, you need that in life because there's a lot of people in this world. And typically, you have to get through people to do things or get things that you want. And if you understand how to communicate with people effectively, if you understand the psychology of people, if you understand how these things work, you're on top of your game. You will be on top of the world, quite literally. Quite literally. There is nothing in this life you can't have when you master those skills. And every single day I felt so good because I could feel myself becoming better and better. So I didn't mind if I went weeks without a paycheck. The longest I went without a paycheck was a month and a half. I didn't mind. Well, I can't really say I didn't mind. My growling stomach said different, but I needed that pressure. I needed that stress. I needed those things because that pushed me to want to get out of that. It's like I have to make this work. I have to pull this off, or else I won't be able to eat. I have to. And so, of course, outside of work, I got creative. I donated plasma. As a new donor in Florida, Jacksonville, you get $100 per donation for the first 3 times, and then it goes down to 75, and then it gets lower and lower and lower. How do I know? I've done it out of raw necessity. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Why is it worth it? Because I had to think on my feet. I had to think on my feet. I learned how to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I learned how to persuade people. I learned these crucial skills that not only helped me in my job, but helps in life. It helps in life. And it got to a point where I was doing entrepreneurial work outside of my life and health insurance job, to the point where I was making more money doing that than the life and health insurance itself. And personally, my manager, he started to become crappier as time went on. So I let that job go after 9 months. 9 months. But in that 9 months, it taught me everything I needed to learn, and it woke me up, made me realize, man, these jobs, hourly pay, they are the ones that's getting ripped off. The people that are working $15, $20, $30 an hour, these are the real people that are getting ripped off. I rejected probably one of the best, actually, yeah, it is. I rejected one of the best job offers I've ever gotten in my entire life after I quit my life and health insurance job. I rejected it. They were going to pay me more money than I ever got paid before. It was going to be like $24 per hour plus commission. So I was going to be making easy over $1,000 a week. And they loved me in the interviews. It's the kind of job where there's 10 interviews you have to pass, and I was on the second one. But he loved me. He was like, "You're awesome. I want you to move on to the next step." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, sure." In person, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, sure." Went back to my home. I laid in bed, and I was like, they're gonna pay me all this money. I told my mom about it. She's so proud of me, so happy. But I was thinking, I was like, and he made it very clear. Yeah, so the best earners, they take no days off. So they work weekdays, weekends, and all I heard was, we are going to take your most valuable resource away from you, your time. My time and my energy, my two most valuable resources. And let me tell you, that's worth more than $25 an hour. That's worth more than $50 an hour. And the thing is, I wasn't the money, like, I was gonna be making over $1,000 a week, but what time would I have for myself to build my dream, to work on my vision? No time, no energy. And also, at this time, I've already proven to myself in my entrepreneurial endeavor that eventually I'll make a video about it, but I want it to be separate for now. In my entrepreneurial endeavor, I actually made over $1,000 in one day in a 24-hour span. So the way I saw it was, how is it? Why would I work every day long hours to make the same amount of money that I already made in a span, in a 24-hour span? My goal is to condense the time it makes to make more money, not the other way around. So that didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me. And sure, my entrepreneurial endeavors, it's extremely volatile. Extremely volatile. It's up and down. It fluctuates up and down. There is no consistency whatsoever. You're right, there's no consistency. But I've managed to systemize it. Anything that has systems and processes that are automated or that has a certain structure to it, it does a lot better than something that has no structure. But it's trial and error. You learn from your mistakes. You learn after the decisions that you make. You learn from each decision and you learn how to make better plays, better moves. So that was my take. So yeah, I know I'm rambling at this point, but hey, I just want you guys to see big picture. Okay, the big picture. Because it's so interesting, actually. It really is. When you are working an hourly job, and everyone that's ever worked an hourly job that has never worked a commission-based job, they're like, hey, do not work a 100% commission-based job. Oh no, that's not good. Oh no. It's like, okay. And now that I've worked a commission-based job, it's like, this is the way to go. I'm not saying necessarily saying staying there, because it's always been in my heart to have my own business and to be entrepreneurial, to be a speaker and to do all these things entrepreneurially. That's always been in my heart. But it makes you see the world completely differently. I don't see the world the same anymore. I'll never get a job again. I get plenty of job offers all the time. All the time. I'm not gonna take any of them. They won't, none of them will be able to pay me what I'm worth. Absolutely none of them. Kidding me? Yeah, no. No. And they won't be able to pay you anything you're worth either. Ever. After you've worked a long day, I used to work 16-hour shifts as a security guard during the pandemic. And at the end of the day, I would feel this feeling like I kind of feel ripped off. Have you ever felt that before? Trust your instincts. That's all I'm gonna say. Trust your instincts. Okay? So, I was on a little ramble, but you guys understand it all comes together, it all combines. Okay? It all combines. But sales, it taught me what I needed to know to run a business, how to exercise your business, how to do these things. I needed the sales job to hone in on my skills, to realize that knowledge is the biggest wealth. And when you have the skill sets, when you have the knowledge, like I have this knowing. I have this knowing now that I've never had before. Really. I have not been quote unquote employed. I have mentors. I have mentors. but I don't have a job. I haven't had a job in 4 months. Yet how is it that I make more money than everyone around me? The only thing is I'm working on making it consistent. That's the hard part. You can make a lot of money, sure. You can make spurts of it here and there, but only when you can make a predictable system and a predictable consistency to it, then that is the way to go. Because if you're trying to get an apartment or go someplace, then that's necessary. But I know I'm rambling again, excuse me, excuse me. But aside from that, though, you need a job in sales, commission, and people quit too early sometimes. Yes, it's hard. It's supposed to be. Simply put, it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be stressful. It's supposed to be annoying. I stayed there for 9 months, and the major reason why I quit was because, for one of I was great with getting in the door, but one of my friends that I worked with, he was a great closer. So I would get in the door, then he would close them so easy, so easy. So when he quit, it was difficult because I focused on what I excelled in, and anything I lacked in, I needed help from other people. And now I'm learning those skills as far as closing goes. It's very tedious. It's not fun. I don't like it. I really do not like it. I don't like closing deals. Well, it's not even closing deals. It's just the closer, being a closer. I, it's not, I guess it's because I haven't honed in the skills to where I feel confident in what I'm doing. And so I'm just dealing with a lot of people that don't keep their word and that waste their time, waste my time. And that's annoying. But not everything you do in life is supposed to be fun. You got to do the boring tasks. You have to learn those skills, period. And it's worth it. So, what I'm doing, even though I don't like it all that much, it's worth it. Of course, it's worth it. Kidding me? It's worth it. And it will be worth it for you too. Because sales woke me up. It woke me up. And now I'm a full time entrepreneur. Soon I will be taking care of my mother and my nephew financially, despite being the youngest out of five siblings, two brothers, two sisters. I will be the one taking care of my mother and my nephew. And I'm the one without a job. Oh gosh. Oh man, that's funny. Oh, but I'm going to be making a lot of money. A lot of money. How am I so confident in that? Because the skills that I'm acquiring is making me such a valuable human being. That's why. The connections that I'm making is going to make my network pristine. The things that I'm accumulating right now, oh man, it's all gonna pay off. It's all gonna pay off. Every single thing pays off. Because you want to know something? Why is it that people work harder on their job than they do on themselves? Why is that? Please tell me. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Why is that? Exactly. Exactly. It does not make sense. Why would you work so hard on something, on a job that will replace you tomorrow? You're just a body. You're just a body. And when you work on your skills, when you hone in on your skills, then they will be willing to pay you more. Because if you only have $15 worth skills, they're only gonna pay you $15. If you got $50 worth skills, they're gonna pay you $50. But even then, $50 isn't even all that much money. $50 an hour is not that much money at all. It's not. It's not. But they got you brainwashed into thinking that it is. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. People out here fighting over a dollar raise. For what? What difference is a dollar going to make? I went an entire week, excuse me, entire month and a half without a paycheck. And so that sparked something in my mind to where I had to figure this out. I had to figure out I need to eat. But I loved my job so much. I did. I really did. And that's why I stayed with them despite not having a paycheck for an entire month and a half. I stayed with them because I loved it. I loved the people there. I loved everything about that job. I love it. 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 I was learning. I just, I was like, I loved it. I did. I really, really did. That's why I stayed during that time. Anybody else, after they don't get a paycheck within a week or two, oh, it's the end of the world. No, no. Only when you're pushed up against the wall, that's when you become more creative. We'll say that. And so, sales, I know that I rambled a good bit and it's been about 20 minutes now, but sales is worth it. Don't quit too early. I worked at that job for 9 months. Personally, I would have totally stayed longer if my favorite person to work with did not quit and my manager didn't turn into a gremlin on me. But these things happen for a reason, so I'm happy that it did. I'm so thankful and I'm so happy because now I am here where I am, and the skills that I'm acquiring are out of this world. Get a commission-based job. Stress. Learn. Fail. Learn. Fall on your face. Fail. 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 Rejection. Fail. Rejection. Fail. Fail. Rejection. 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 I got rejected so many times. I got so humbled. I honestly didn't really care, honestly. It didn't really faze me at all. It was just like, okay, next one. Okay. I got rejected. I can tell you I got rejected thousands of times. Maybe I made a lot of cold calls. I made a lot of cold calls actually. Maybe I got rejected. I can't necessarily say hundreds of thousands of times, but tens of thousands of times. I can confidently say, actually, I guess I can say hundreds of thousands of times because I've been doing this for some time. I've been rejected hundreds of thousands of times. Cold calling, cold texting. I haven't really done cold emailing, but I have the knowledge behind it, but never had to do that, thankfully. So, it's something to think about, okay? You're worth more than $15 an hour. You're worth more than $25 an hour. You're worth more than $50 an hour. Truly. Is your hour really only worth $50 to you? What's more valuable, time or money? Time. I'm sure people have different answers to that, but my answer is right because I am biased. And so my answer is right. Why is it right? Because time is more valuable. As you get older, you realize time is far more valuable than money because when I was given time to myself, I was given time to think, to plan, to strategize, think of ideas. I implement those ideas, and then I make money. So, that's the video. Always good talking to you guys. Thank you for listening to my rambling session. I'm getting better with doing these, which is awesome. So happy. So be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow my Instagram, Jasmine Journey, JasmonJourney. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.